Hello, jelly folks. This is Servinia Davis, the jelly lady here in Grove City, Ohio. Today, I will be making some red currant jam. Had a couple people to ask me to make a video on jam, so I'm making a video on jam. So stand by. So just like I did my watermelon, these are red currants. They're a little tart, but a lot of folks have requested red currant jelly, and today I'm going to make the jam. The jelly is already done, so this is the fruit that I'm going to use. Mashing up real good, and the next step is to pour it into my jam and jelly maker. So just as we did with the jelly, the watermelon jelly that I prepared the other day, we're going to do the same thing with this red currant jam. The ingredients are pretty much the same. The only exception is we're using a little bit more fruit and no sugar. I'm sorry, no pectin. Of course, sugar's got to be sweet, right? Okay, so this is the rest of the mashed red currant. Get it out. I'm trying to hold the phone with one hand and get the currant in here with the other hand. So, who knows, after I get enough people watching my videos, I might be able to afford a stand that can hold my phone while I talk and cook. So the next ingredient that I like to put in first is my lemon juice, and then of course my 1 little teaspoon of margarine, or not margarine, country crock. I don't want to misspeak. It's country crock, made out of soy. So after that, I come to this side and push jam, because the jam only takes 21 minutes. And then I hit enter so that it will start. And while it's spinning, it'll spin like the jelly recipe for about 4 minutes. And then it'll beep so that I can put my sugar in. So kind of trying to mix it all up. So we're not going to stand here for 4 minutes and wait. I'm going to start cleaning up my kitchen, and as soon as it beeps at 4 minutes, I'll come back in and pour the sugar and let you see what happens. So it's been a little bit longer than 4 minutes, but I'm going to pour the sugar in evenly around the stirrer and let it finish cooking. Don't have to mix anything. It mixes it on its own, and the only thing I have to do is wait for the clock to stop, and when it beeps, we're all done. Over here, you'll see that the jam is boiling and it's still stirring, and I've got about 6 more minutes on here. And over here on my jars, they're ready out of the hot water bath, and got my funnel for canning, and I'm just waiting for those 6 minutes so that I can begin filling my jars. So the jam maker has stopped, and this looks yummy. So this is red currant jam. So I have to take the stirrer out, which is a little warm. So I'm going to use my dishcloth. Tap it to get the excess off of it. And then I will start to fill my jars. I'll use a big spoon and just goes in the funnel. Sometimes with jams, just one big spoonful will fill up the jar. So I tap the funnel and get it ready for the next one. So that's your jam. Look at that. Looks delicious. And then I just slide it over to the next jar and repeat until I'm done. So this little small batch that I made of the red currant jam made 5 4-ounce jars. And before I put the lids on, I always wipe the rim with a wet cloth so that it's not sticky when the lid is placed on there. So I go through each one using my finger and just go around, wipe the lids and the sides too if you spilled some jam or jelly juice while you were filling it up. So you don't want it to stick because it's hard to open if you do after it goes through the water bath. So this isn't the end, this is just almost the end because I still have to put the lids on, still have to put it back in boiling water so that it can seal. So my lids are air dried. Put a lid on each jar. Let that sit. And lastly, I put the rings on. But I dry those out. You can see there's a little bit of water inside. So I'm going to dry these out, twist them onto the tops of the 5 jars, and then I'll show you what I do to bathe the last. Now the lids are on, and I lift each jar individually and place it down into my water. I've got my stove on high, so as soon as it starts boiling, I will set my clock for 10 minutes. All 5 jars are in the water now, and I'm just waiting for it to start boiling. So I'll put the lid back on it. It helps everything to boil quickly. So get this on. Twist it, put this on there straight. Twist it around until the nozzles, the arrows match. I don't know if you can see it, but there's an arrow there. And once it's sealed, again, this little piece here will pop up when it starts boiling. So here you have the final product. Red currant jam, red currant jelly, mostly 4 ounces, and I have 1 8-ounce jar of red currant. The difference between jam and jelly, and folks ask me this all the time, is the jelly is clear, it doesn't move, and the jam is mostly fruit. And it does move a little, so it's easy to spread. The jam has more fruit, less sugar, and the jelly is clearer. Both are the same, taste the same. The only difference is they have different textures. Thank you for enjoying this video with me and stepping into my kitchen. I'll see you next time.